Hello guys, how is it going? I hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday. Um, it's hot as shit out here, but we're gonna be making a video because possibly one of the biggest fights of the entire year is right around the corner, and obviously I'm talking about McGregor versus Holloway 2. Um, yeah, man, I don't even know what to say about this. It doesn't even feel like it should be. It's happening, what, next week, I think, is when it's happening. It doesn't even feel like it should be happening next week. It's crazy because I've seen such little promotion for this fight. It's kind of crazy. It feels like it was announced and then we kind of just like, it wasn't really talked about a whole lot. But I want to talk about this fight and I'm going to be giving my input on the fight. And the first thing that I want to talk about, obviously, is going to be, you know, I've heard a lot of people say online, on Instagram, that kind of stuff, that this year is the year of the underdog. You know, we had Strickland versus Chimaev, which again, if you watch my video on that, I did pick Sean Strickland to win, but we have Strickland versus Chimaev, and then we had Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje, which I was surprised by as well. I did not expect Justin Gaethje to do all that, but I feel like a lot of people have this weird like perception of this year and these years fights of like, oh yeah man, like the moon is just the right color, and you know the radio waves in the air are making all these underdogs fight really well. Like, honestly, the biggest pet peeve I have about the UFC fan base is that we sit here and we look at someone like Ilia Topuria or Hamzat Chimaev and we're like, they're never going to be beaten. They're way too good. They're the boogeyman. No one can ever beat them, ever. They're unbeatable. They're the greatest of all time, unmatched. And we're counting out and we're sitting here and saying that people like Justin Gaethje, who has been at the, like, what, the fucking top 5 in the lightweight division for the last, like, 5 years, this man has consistently been fighting the highest level of competition. Same thing, honestly, very similar thing with Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland has consistently been at the top of the UFC middleweight rankings. And we have people who are just sitting here and we're completely counting them out. We're saying, oh, these super high-level fighters stand no chance. That's not how MMA works. Time and time and time again, it has been proven that MMA is a super unpredictable sport. I mean seriously, people want to sit here and they want to act as if MMA is somehow, you know, a fixed sport. You know, it's not. I think that's been proven, and I think that that's going to carry over into this fight with McGregor and Holloway. Okay, so many people, they seem to think that Holloway is going to come in here, he's going to steamroll Conor McGregor. You know, Conor McGregor stands no chance. He's been out of the game 5 years. He's been smoking coke on his yacht, all that kind of stuff. But guys, I need you to hear me out. Okay, I need you to hear me out. I think that Conor McGregor is going to win. I don't know if it's going to be by knockout, but I think he's going to win. And I'm going to tell you why I think he's going to win. Okay? I have been going back. I've been watching Conor McGregor fight. I've been watching Max Holloway fight. I've been watching tape of both of them. And I've noticed a trend. You see, here's the thing. Conor McGregor has always been known for his power. That's always been one of the biggest things. His left hand was disgusting. That is what he was known for. Crazy power. And then there's Max Holloway. And Max Holloway has always been known for, one of the big selling points that Max Holloway had was he has this granite chin. Nobody can knock him out. Nobody can finish Max Holloway. And the more you look at his more recent fights, Ilya, Dustin, Charles even, you're getting this trend where you're noticing that Max Holloway is getting hurt more and more and more. He's getting dropped more, he's getting injured more, you can tell that the punches are rattling him more. Then you've got Conor. And power is always the last thing to go. Okay, ask any pro fighter, ask anyone. Power is always the last thing to go. So it's been 5 years, but we know Conor McGregor has power. And on top of that, the fight is taking place at welterweight, where Max Holloway, he's had what, like 4 weeks to bulk up to welterweight, to get to the point of being a welterweight and having a welterweight frame. You know, in his last fight against Charles Oliveira made him look small, man. Charles Oliveira just ragdolled him, bullied him, tossed him around the octagon. And I'm left wondering, we have no frame of reference whatsoever as to how well Max Holloway is going to do at welterweight. We have no frame of reference whatsoever. We've never seen him fight at welterweight. This is a guy who is a featherweight, okay, and then he was a lightweight, and now he's going to potentially go and be a welterweight, at least for one fight. I don't know, man. I just, he hasn't been tested. Conor McGregor has been tested at welterweight. We know he has power at welterweight. We know he can fight at welterweight. We know he was a pretty good welterweight when he fought. Okay? Whereas, and again, I think same thing. I'll use this example of the White House card. We saw Alex Pereira move up to heavyweight, and what was one of Alex Pereira's big selling cards? Boom, crazy knockout power. Left hook, crazy knockout power. Was chinning people in middleweight, was chinning people in light heavyweight. And then Alex Pereira moves up to the heavyweight division. And when he moves up to the heavyweight division, what do we see? What do we notice? Okay? What do we notice? He doesn't have knockout power like that. Right? It seemed as if the Pereira power did not translate to heavyweight. He was hitting like a heavyweight in middleweight. He was hitting like a heavyweight in light heavyweight. Then he actually moves up to heavyweight, and he's not hitting like a heavyweight because he's hitting other heavyweights, and they're not going down. They're not getting chinned. And the same thing with Max Holloway. Max Holloway's always had power. He's had power in featherweight. He's had power in lightweight. But does that power translate to welterweight? Can he go into welterweight, and can he have power and knock Conor McGregor out? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Obviously, there are a ton of advantages for Max Holloway. Max Holloway, I've heard people say this stupid thing of Max Holloway has more experience. And that pisses me off. Yeah, Conor McGregor's been away for a long time. Yeah, Conor McGregor has had a very long break from this sport. But he's fought Jose Aldo, he's fought Eddie Alvarez, he's fought countless. You go and you look at what Conor McGregor has done, and he's consistently fought the best in the world. Now, I understand, and I'll be the first person to start nitpicking at, he has no title defenses. He didn't defend the featherweight belt, he didn't defend the lightweight belt. You know, obviously that's a major flaw. I will not disagree with that at all. But saying that he has less experience than Max Holloway is wild to me, because he has consistently fought insanely high-level competition. He fought Khabib. People want to sit here and they want to say that Khabib, you know, fucking beat the shit out of Conor McGregor. It was a 4-round fight. He got finished in the 4th round. How many people do you know that fought Khabib that went 4 rounds with him? Not many. Especially not to give him as competitive of a fight as Conor McGregor did. That doesn't happen very often. That didn't happen very often, right? So, again, I think we're on a pretty equal playing ground, other than one guy has been more active. One guy has been consistently fighting higher level competition. I'll give you that. Max Holloway has been consistently fighting better people. In Ilia Topuria, he has 3 fights with arguably one of my favorite fighter, probably of all time, Alexander Volkanovski. Again, obviously, he's had 3 fights with Volkanovski. If that doesn't give you experience, I don't know what does. He's had a fight with Ilya, he's had fights with Dustin, he's had all kinds of really high-level fights with Gaethje. Just, again, he's had all kinds of very, very high-level competition. So yeah, Max Holloway is a very, very dangerous opponent. But this brings me into my next point, is how do you prepare for Conor McGregor? How do you prepare for a guy that hasn't fought in 5 years? I mean, how do you do that? You know, you have no tape on this guy. You haven't seen this guy fight modern opponents. You haven't seen this guy fight at all. He's basically just been fucking smoking shit on his yacht for 5 years. How do you prepare for that? Because if you prepare for prime Conor McGregor and you prepare for all the stuff that karate-style Conor McGregor would do, and then he comes in there and he's a fucking boxer or he's a fucking Muay Thai specialist or some shit, not saying that he would do that, but if that's what he shows up as, it's going to be awkward. You're going to be like, oh shit, I had an entire camp where I was preparing for a fucking, you know, karate guy, and now I've got fucking Ernesto fucking Hoost in front of me. What the fuck do I do here? Doesn't make much sense, does it? So again, or maybe you say, hey, no, he's not going to be prime Conor McGregor. You know, he's going to be washed as fuck. So I'm just going to prepare for him like he was, you know, after the Khabib fight. Fucking boxing Conor McGregor. I'm going to prepare for him like he's like that. Then he comes out and he's in his and he's had a fucking second awakening and he fucking beats your ass. Like, to me, it's so difficult to prepare for prime Conor McGregor. I don't know how you do it. That's the big thing, is it's kind of like, how do you prepare for a guy that you haven't seen fight in like 5 years? Super challenging, right? And then here's some points I have for Conor McGregor as well. I think another question you have to ask about Conor McGregor is, does he still have a 5-round gas tank? Because I'll be honest with you, even with Max Holloway's weakening chin, I still don't think he's gonna just get knocked out just like that. You know, Conor McGregor comes up, tickles his chin. Oh, you know, shit, Max Holloway's asleep. I don't think that's gonna be what it's gonna be. So if you're gonna go 5 rounds with one of the greatest pressure, endurance, cardio fighters in the sport's history, can Conor McGregor do that? Can you go from, again, you know, fucking smoking your shit to going 5 rounds with the greatest pressure fighter that we've seen in a really long time? I don't know. I think that's the question you got to ask. But let me just say, you're never going to know until we see the fight. We have no idea what point Conor McGregor's at. I tend to be skeptical, but that being said, I watch his podcasts, the podcast that he's on. I watch his interviews. It's kind of like, this guy has such a way with words. He truly makes me believe that he's gonna go out there and he's gonna look like prime Conor McGregor when he was fighting Jose Aldo. I truly do feel that way sometimes when I listen to the stuff that Conor McGregor says. You know, it's that fucking Conor McGregor brain where I'm getting tricked into like, man, I think he might win. I think he might pull it off. You know, I'm gonna say it right now, man. I'm picking Conor McGregor. I think he's gonna do it. I think he's gonna pull it off. I've been watching more of his fights. I've been watching more stuff from Conor McGregor, and I think stylistically it's gonna be a challenging matchup. That is, if Conor McGregor can come out here and lock the fuck in and not try to outbox Max Holloway. And that's gonna be another video, guys. That will be another video later on where we actually get more into kind of the technical stuff and try to technically break down a little bit more of how this is gonna play out, style versus style, because I do really like doing videos like that. These videos are nice as well, where we kind of just sit here and yap a little bit, but those videos, the video I'm talking about, is gonna be much more formatted, and it's gonna be a lot more, let's sit down and let's talk technique versus technique. So I'm excited to make that video. I hope you guys are excited to see it. And yeah, final pick, I'm picking Conor McGregor. I think he's gonna do it. I think it might be an awesome comeback, and if he does beat Max Holloway, maybe he fights Justin Gaethje. I don't know, man. That sounds like a super fun fight. That'd be a really fun goodbye for Justin Gaethje as well. I think he'd probably beat Conor McGregor, but still, I don't know, man. That'd be such a good fight. Imagine Justin Gaethje versus Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor comes back, he beats Max Holloway by knockout, round 2. Then he goes on to fight Justin Gaethje, and what a fight that would be to see Justin Gaethje versus Conor McGregor. That'd be awesome. That'd be such a cool fight, honestly. But yeah, let me know who you're gonna pick in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'd love to hear your guys' opinion, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. It's been awesome talking to you guys. I'll catch you guys later.